Hi, fans of high quality entertainment. I was actually going to post another video today, but this came up in my news feed. The 2026 nominees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And in case you haven't heard the nominees, I'm going to tell you who they are right now. And then, every year, us rock music fans, a lot of us that, have music channels, we complain off and on about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and how certain rock bands or solo artists are left out year after year. And then other acts that really sometimes don't even have anything to do with rock music or rock and roll are nominated and sometimes inducted into the Hall of Fame. So here's the list of nominees. The Black Crowes. They're rock and roll. The thing is, there's so many older acts than the Black Crowes that haven't even been nominated. Jethro Tull, The Guess Who, Bachman Turner Overdrive, The Monkees, Three Dog Night, goes on and on and on, right? But nothing against the Black Crowes. They're nominated. At least they're rock and roll music. Jeff Buckley. Yes, I can see him be nominated. He was a great artist. Maybe not total rock and roll, but he's, at least related to, a lot of rock and roll fans love his music. Mariah Carey. I don't know what screams rock and roll music more than Mariah Carey. And she's been nominated before. Phil Collins. Now, he is already in the Hall with Genesis, but he had of course, he had a huge solo career, so I can see him being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a solo artist. Good for Phil. Melissa Etheridge. Once again, it's just that older acts, Grand Funk Railroad is another one, haven't even been nominated, but nothing against Melissa Etheridge. At least, she performs rock and roll music sometimes. Lauryn Hill. I don't know too much about her, but I believe she only released one album, and that was years ago. And I don't think she's really rock and roll. Billy friggin' Idol. He should have been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame years ago. In Excess, I could see them being at some point, in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Iron Maiden, they should have been in years ago. Joy Division, New Order Together. They should have been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame by now, especially when you see the list of some of the ones that are already in the Hall. New Edition. Oasis. They should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame by now. Pink. Not my kind of music, but I guess she does do some rock music at least. Sade. Sade isn't really, for me, rock and roll music. It's more soul music. Shakira. Is she rock and roll music? Let me know in the comment section below. Once again, I do know who it is, but I haven't really listened to any of her music. Luther Vandross. Once again, he's more soul, right? And Wu-Tang Clan. Are they in... See, this is where people argue, right? But they're a rap band. I just don't feel most rap artists should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Just like rock and roll artists shouldn't be in the Rap Hall of Fame unless they do rap. And the artists making their first appearance are Jeff Buckley, Phil Collins as a solo artist, Melissa Etheridge, Lauryn Hill, In Excess, New Edition, Pink, Shakira, Luther Vandross, and Wu-Tang Clan. This is the third consecutive year for Mariah Carey and Oasis. That's surprising, right? They should be in by now. And the second consecutive year for Black Crowes and Billy Idol. Iron Maiden was previously tapped in 2021 and 2023. That's ridiculous. They should be in by now. And I'm not a fan of Iron Maiden. I don't mind them, but they should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame by now. Joy Division and New Order in 2023 and 2025. They should have been in by now. And Sade in 2024. What's that? Which 5 would I put into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame if I could choose 5? Phil Collins for solo. Billy Idol. Iron Maiden. Joy Division and New Order together. And Mariah Carey. Just joking. No, who cares, right? We lost the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame years ago when they were adding all of these artists that have basically nothing to do with rock and roll music, right? So a lot of us are bitter, and we don't want to talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and who's been nominated. I certainly am not going to talk about it. I'm fed up. I'll see you next year with the nominees for 2027. I'd love your thoughts in the comment section below. Bye.